welcome to 2021 and welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean Collins, and helping you to connect to your optimal future timeline. So this is going to be your tarot readings for January 2021, and this is going to be for tarot readings for your North Node by sign and house. So this is not a reading for your sun sign, moon sign, or ascendant, but for your North Node. Now, for anyone who's not familiar with your North Node, basically it is the reason why you incarnated and were born on this earth. It's the things you need to learn, the things you need to experience in order to have your most optimal, best life. In the description box below, there's going to be a link where I have a video explaining the North Node and how to find it. And I want you to watch two videos. Basically, you should watch the video for your North Node sign and also for your North Node house, because that'll give you the most complete picture. Anyway, thanks so much everyone for all your support and helping me grow the channel. Your likes and subscribes are deeply, deeply appreciated. And let's go make this year a great year. And despite of what's going on, and we're going to connect to our most optimal timeline. Thanks, many blessings. Hello everybody, welcome to January 2021. This is a tarot reading for those with their North Node in Scorpio and or in the 8th house. As always, I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for those with North Node in Scorpio and or the 8th house, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and put them on their most optimal timeline. So may it be. Okay, we'll get a good shuffle here and then we can start. Okay, so the North Node in Scorpio or the 8th house for January 2021. North Node in Scorpio. Well, there we go. Okay, the overall theme that I'm seeing for this month for you North Nodes in the 8th house or Scorpio is, first and foremost, a need to emotionally distance or emotionally walk away from something. And that could be an idea, a relationship, a career, something, that you need to walk away from. The reason is because there's this kind of stuck energy that I'm getting that is keeping you tied to the past, and that if you really listen, there's something that's being trying to come into your consciousness, trying to wake you up from the dead. Scorpio is death and being able to rise, like the phoenix from the ashes, and the whole regeneration of Scorpio and its ruling planet Pluto, and Mars, of course, which is that creative emphasis, and so it's not being able to move away from that, and a lot of it is like this emotional connection where unwilling to move towards something or away from something. So that's it. Being unwilling to move towards something or away from something. And simply the reason is because what's wanting to develop in you more is there's this, you already know about the physical realm. with your South Node in Taurus, you got Taurus down. You got the fourth house down. Okay. But what's really crying out is you kind of getting your emotional life straight. And the funny thing is, sometimes it's not like any one thing. It could be, like I said, some people that need to learn more things about their emotional life and their inner emotions, and then some of you have to like walk away from that. But it's all centered on the emotions, in particular. And with this energy here, this is like being vigilant. There's some of you, like, I'm getting a feeling of like almost like falling asleep at the wheel. Like you've put your life on cruise control, and you're just kind of like, but there's this gnawing at you, and what's gnawing at you is, trying to find in what direction to go, especially for your emotions. And that's trying to come into your consciousness. If you really listen, what's going to help you. But there are relationships that, look, I'm going to be real with you, that aren't really helping you. Okay. And that doesn't even mean just necessarily a romantic relationship. It could be like, a family member, like you're close to, like your mom or dad or brother. It could be like, people like this and this and this, and they kind of they're keeping you like tied to that. And it's like, this is the time to like, okay, stand on your own, cut away what you need to cut away from. But what the real reason that they're having trouble with your emotional is you're scared, and you're scared to connect at a soul level. Okay. Like it's weird. We can crave something and fear it at the same time. Isn't that weird? But it's true. So it's like you're craving this emotional connection and intimacy, and that's what you need to move forward. Like, you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't always have to be in control. You don't always have to, you can allow someone to help you. You could allow someone, you could need someone for a change. Like I know you don't like that feeling. It's not comfortable, but you can learn to need somebody. And that's what you really need to do in this life. Okay. Is learn to really connect at a deep soul level with people, and not only people, but like your work and your surroundings and what you do. It's almost like with that kind of sleepy South Node, Taurian energy, it could be like, you just kind of like, just going along with the status quo, and just, moving forward, and like, not like, you need to connect again. Like, wow, like beginning with like your hot cup of tea or coffee, in the morning, and just like really like saying, wow, okay, this is great. Like, not thinking about other things, but really focusing in on what is around you. So that's the gift of the Taurus energy. Okay. Is connecting to that. But if you do it too much, if you're connecting and then you're not looking toward, you need to bring that into your emotional life, where it's like, okay, I'm fine with connecting with a delicious dinner and my morning cup of coffee, but it's a completely different thing when you end up having to need somebody emotionally. Okay. And so that's the scary thing. But this breakthrough wants to happen in your life, but you've got to let it happen. You've got to become like vulnerable, and you got to become, yes, like to need someone. That's what the eighth house is. It's to need someone at a soul level. So the second half of the month over here, from the 16th on, is, as the energy stands now, I can see that this is going to be like an ongoing thing. Okay. Connecting to your inner guidance, to your intuition, to slow down. I'm seeing a lot of things with like guidance and wisdom of what you want to move toward. And if you allow it, if you simply start doing the uncomfortable, okay, here's a clue for you guys. If you're uncomfortable, and I mean people in general that have this North Node, but a clue for you is, if it feels uncomfortable, a lot of times it's good for us to do that, because the comfortable sitting back in that easy Taurus chair is not always the best thing to do, okay? So feeling that uncomfortableness, but how it's going to help you, how you're going to know the difference is it's that inner intuition. Listen to that inner wisdom. There's also wisdom that's around you. I'm getting that, like, it could even be things that you've been thinking about listening to, programs, videos, podcasts, things that could help you also, and also people that have your back, that are around you, that you can get all this information from. Now, the other thing that's really happening is I feel like some of you have been wanting to invest in furthering your education. Okay, that's a really good thing. Furthering your education, like any sort of training, and that could be anything from, yes, taking a class or whatever, to just buying a book. But yeah, working on that knowledge will help fuel you, and that's kind of, it's like connecting to your passions again is really what it is, and not just kind of going through the motions. Okay. So yeah, with all that, don't be afraid to walk towards what you need to walk to emotionally, and walk away from what you need to. But I feel most of you are needing to walk towards, and you're towards something emotional in your life, and you really are afraid to do so. Don't be afraid. Go into your intuition, go into your heart space, tap into your inner wisdom, and you will find your path. And listen, keep your ears open and listen. Don't be afraid. Well, thanks everyone for watching, for liking and subscribing. Really appreciate you helping me grow this channel. As always, if you feel inclined to subscribe, and check in again for more great content and learning on how you can achieve your most optimal future timeline. Thanks again. Many blessings. Talk to you soon.